This is Maeve, and today he's attempting something few have dared, stepping foot on Little St. James, the infamous private island of Jeffrey Epstein. But before following him into this high-stakes journey, it's important to understand what makes this island so notorious, a strange blue and white striped structure that would later be called the Temple. The island quickly gained a reputation as a playground for the powerful, politicians, executives, celebrities, arriving discreetly, departing quietly. When Epstein was arrested in 2019 and later died in custody, the island became something else entirely, a symbol of secrecy, of excess, of unanswered questions. In 2023, billionaire investor Stephen Dekoff purchased the island with plans to redevelop it into a luxury resort. For Maeve, Little St. James wasn't just controversial property. It was a monument to narrative control. He didn't care about rumor, he cared about transformation, how a place goes from scandal to redevelopment in a matter of years, how public outrage fades, how history gets sanded down. He began where he always begins: research. Late nights scrolling through property records, archived satellite imagery, comparing 2018 photos to 2026 updates, studying the changes, what was removed, what was rebuilt, what was reframed. He noticed something subtle. The island's physical shape hadn't changed, but his story had. He builds toward it. He assembles a small crew, people who understand both filmmaking and risk assessment. Before anyone touches a camera, they discuss legality, consequences, safety boundaries. The goal is documentation, not confrontation. He sets rules: no property damage, no forced entry, no interaction with personnel. If asked to leave, they leave. This isn't about infiltration, it's about proximity. He studies maritime maps, coastline angles, public versus private boundaries, weather forecasts, drone activity patterns reported in regional news. The island sits quiet in the distance, not guarded like a fortress but protected like an asset. And that distinction matters. Maeve steps onto sand that once hosted some of the most powerful figures in the world. He doesn't run, he doesn't dramatize, he absorbs. The villas feel like expensive vacation homes, not cinematic layers. The pathways are stone, the landscaping manicured. It's wealth, not theatrics. And that unsettles him more than anything, because it proves something. Power doesn't hide in darkness, it hides in comfort. He films carefully. Architecture, empty patios, the repainted temple in the distance. The white exterior gleams under the sun, stripped of its infamous stripes. Erasure by design. Climbing toward the temple, Maeve narrates quietly. This is where symbolism overtook structure. Up close, it feels smaller than internet lore suggested. The gold dome that once crowned it is long gone, reportedly lost during Hurricane Irma. Renovations have softened its strangeness. The building isn't mystical, it's concrete. And that's the twist. The island isn't ominous, it's ordinary, and that's what makes it chilling. A low mechanical hum cuts through the wind. A drone hovers overhead, not cinematic, not aggressive, just watchful. Modern security isn't dramatic, it's automated. Maeve doesn't panic. He expected surveillance. He signals to his crew. The plan shifts from exploration to exit, not because they're chased, but because the message is clear. This chapter of the island is controlled. Back on the mainland, reviewing footage, Maeve realizes something unexpected. The island didn't feel evil. It felt curated. And that distinction is powerful. Little St. James is no longer just associated with Jeffrey Epstein. It's entering a new phase: redevelopment, rebranding, reinvention under Stephen Dekoff. But geography remembers. Walls can be repainted. Structures can be redesigned. Files can be released in the millions, yet the coordinates remain the same. For Maeve, the mission was never about sneaking in. It was about witnessing the transition, from scandal to resort, from secrecy to spectacle. The island is changing, but its shadow still stretches across the water.